Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, beautiful people of YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel absolutely stupendous to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we will be reviewing another Icon Moments cards. And as I say from time to time again, I think really the spirit of Icon Moments is taking these quote-unquote non-meta, non-usable cards and making them meta, making them usable, giving them an extra little boost to help them compete with the Mbappes and the Neymars of the game. So today we will be reviewing an icon that I've never seen in the Weekend League. I have never seen Rivals. This is no exaggeration. It's going to be none other than Prime Icon Moments Shevchenko. So guys, let's take a look at this card. When you look at this Icon Moments Shevchenko, he has a couple stats, just looking at the face stats, that really jump out at you. I mean, the 95 shooting, the 90 pace. Those look like insane stats. Obviously, there are a couple question marks here just looking at this part of the card. You got the 3-star weak foot. You got the high work rates. You got the fact that he's 6 foot tall. So it's kind of 50-50. Is he going to be good in the game? Is he going to be usable? Is he going to be a top tier card? We're going to see. All right. So he's 6 foot tall. He has high work rates. He's right footed with a 3-star, 4-star combination, as you guys see here. I've played with him in 4 games in division rivals, and he has 7 goals and 1 assist. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So when you look at the Shevchenko card, like I said, the 2 things that immediately pop out at you are the pace and the shooting. And we bought this card with a Hunter Chem style, so I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to waste the Hunter Chem style. So really, he's gonna have maxed out pace, maxed out shooting stats, and that's gonna be really fun. Passing wise and dribbling wise, there are a lot of question marks. I'm not gonna lie to you. The 78 vision, 76 short passing look absolutely mediocre, but 92 curve on a card like this, that's very interesting. 67 long passing, of course, is going to be a weakness, but he is a striker, so I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal. His dribbling stats look good and bad. All right, let's talk about the bad. The 83 agility and 80 balance at 6 foot tall, along with the fact that he doesn't have the lean body type, that makes me think he's going to be clunky. His dribbling and ball control are absolute class though. Same with the reactions and the composure. Physically, he looks pretty solid. I mean, 89 jumping, 93 heading accuracy is exactly what you want. 82 strength and 81 stamina are solid stats as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, according to Footbin, this Shevchenko card is going to be costing you 1 million coins on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would have to say, I do think he's a bit overpriced, but you are getting a very solid card. He was surprisingly good for me. We're going to break down the stats so you know exactly what to expect, starting with the pace. He has 90 pace, and in game it did feel like that, all right? Don't get me wrong, he's a bit heavy when he's on the ball, but off the ball, he beats the defensive line more times than not. And because of his strength, once he's in behind, it's really a big asset because he's going to be able to knock the defenders off, hold them off, and get that shot off. Let's talk about his pace though. His acceleration coming out of the skill moves was surprisingly decent. And like I said, the 91 sprint speed really helps him getting in behind. Overall, this guy's pace is a 9 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about shooting, and dear Christ almighty, this guy's shooting is nuts. He has one of the best finishes as far as pure shooting I have felt on this game. When you look closely at the stats, I mean, it really is no surprise. He has 95 finishing, 97 shot power with the finesse shot trait. So when you hit a shot inside the box, it's going to be very powerful, very accurate, very hard for the keeper to stop. His 95 attack positioning means that he's always at the right place at the right time to poach goals, making dangerous runs constantly, and I really enjoy that. His 92 long shots means that outside the box with the finesse shot trait, he's going to be an absolute weapon, and in fact, I did score a long shot with him in that regard. Overall, I got to give this guy's shooting a perfect 10 out of 10. Honestly, this guy is absolutely dangerous in the box. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and it was pretty much what I expected, all right? The 92 curve, 76 short passing, and 78 vision meant that in and around the box, he actually is able to be almost like a target man, bringing other players into the game. But his long passing and his passing under pressure was not that great. It was very mediocre. So you gotta make sure his feet are set. You gotta make sure he's balanced when he's making that pass. Because if he's off balance, which is kind of common because he's 6 foot tall, when he's off balance, his passing is not going to be great. His over-the-top through balls are not going to be amazing. But if you keep it to what he's good at, he's actually going to be decent and be able to hold it up well for you. Overall, this guy's passing is a 7 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about the biggest question mark on this card, the 89 dribbling. How's he going to feel in game? And honestly, because of his body type, which surprisingly is average, honestly, I would have guessed he had a stocky body type because he's just an absolute unit in game. But yeah, based on his body type, he is not that great on the ball. His turning ability is pretty much not that great. It's not really a thing you want to do with him. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you first time fake shot, he will be able to wiggle his way out of trouble, get the shot off. And really, that's all he needs, because all he needs are half chances to really score. But he's not somebody you should be dribbling with. He's not somebody you should be using to create his own shot, because he doesn't really have the agility to do that. That being said, though, I know his dribbling stat of 91 was really high because his first touches were amazing. His R1 and L1 dribbling was surprisingly good for a big man. And his 90 composure means that he makes love to pressure. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 7.5 out of 10. Keep it simple with him and he will not let you down. And you can driven pass it to him all game long. His first touch is actually brilliant. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and he actually outplayed the stats, all right? He has 82 strength and 64 aggression. But if you asked me in game, it felt like he had 90 strength and maybe 75, 80 aggression. His shielding ability was absolutely nuts. And anytime the ball was near him, he tended to win a lot 50-50. He was actually pretty sticky because of the high strength. His 81 stamina was not bad. And his 89 jumping and 93 heading accuracy made him an absolute weapon in the box. Overall, this guy's physical is an 8.5 out of 10. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict on Shevchenko? I think he's in a really good card, all right? He's a good classic big man striker. He's able to get in behind. And there are a couple things about this card that are elite, so that's why I think he's actually a solid card. Physical-wise, he's amazing. Shooting-wise, he has one of the better shots I have felt on this game, and he has very good pace. What really lets him down as far as being a top-tier card or a meta card is his lack of agility and balance and his lack of true passing ability. But if you can get past that, you surround him with agile players and really create a lot of opportunities for him, boy, will you like him. His shooting is absolutely nuts. And overall, I have to give him an 8.5 out of 10. He's not the most meta card, but he's still a very good card. And if you play to his strengths, I do think you could use him in the weekend league. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Shevchenko review for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. But until then,